In this competitive pool, we're all equivalent to targets. Nobody's here to be your friend. They're here to beat you. Everybody's just in this game and shooting down their opponents and allies, but me, I'm not playing. At least, I don't choose to. I'm just the girl in the orange coat. Brown face, Bengali girl, in orange coat. Pre-med, expected. Studying 24/7, expected. Nose ring and frizzy hair, doubly expected. But I guess since I'm here, I'm playing the game too, so I'm just a partner. When I reflect on my past, I like to break it into 3 sections. The 3 years, post 9/11 and post tragedy. Everything was great when I first started school. We were all missing our mommies, and a friend was anybody who wanted to share their animal crackers with you, or they made a mess of finger cakes with you. Nobody understood the value of money or the teaching of survival. Though if you gave for a few years, we all became extremely vulnerable. Those few years started that transition. Without knowing it, we soon became prone to the confines within our society. Started backbiting, started name-calling, started shaping our perception of things. Then 9/11 struck the nation. I can't say that the switch flipped that day or even the day after. Like everything, it was just another progression. A lot of the kids didn't understand what had happened because their parents didn't talk to them about it at home, but they learned from the things around them. First, it started off with hateful faces, and that was the subtlest form. Of course, I didn't pay much attention to it at first, but then it became more and more frequent. My dad got extremely fearful because immigration had always been one of his prime concerns. Hate crimes were increasing everywhere too. We had to change the locks on all the doors. Those awful men attacked my nation. I sent a dollar bill to the White House. I gave change from my piggy bank to all the donation collectors. I collected newspaper clippings, watched CNN for months on end, even as a 7-year-old. They were the enemy, and we were the victims. I didn't have a clue that in the eyes of people around me, I was the enemy. Me? What did I do? My school, my friends, my teachers? My life here is mine. This is where I've been all my life, where I belong. How could I be the enemy? I soon got used to white cashiers not looking at us or not saying a word as they scanned our groceries. I got used to hearing terrorist-related comments that were apparently funny to other students. I got used to my dad's respectful behavior being returned with bitingly cold attitudes. My dad's brown face becoming white from contained fear. Years later, a bomb threat at my high school. That started another outburst. I accidentally bumped into a white student on my way to class. I mean, it happens. She turned around and yelled, "Why don't you bomb me too, Indian terrorist bitch?" And a roar of laughs filled the hallway. I turned around and started storming back there. My friend stopped me, told me to ignore and move on. So ignore and move on is what I've been doing since then. A tragedy struck me my first year in high school. My sister was admitted to a mental hospital for the first time. And like my parents, I did not understand the concept of mental illnesses and how they get in the way of how you function. I always thought that you steer your life and that if there's something wrong, it's up to you to make it better. My sister never thought that way and continues to struggle. It all happened at a time when school was getting demanding, family life was time-consuming, social life was so confusing. It was all happening so fast. But through that, I learned patience and acceptance. And of course, a few years later, I fell in love with the struggling ADHD. He understands how the disorder affects his functionality, but he doesn't understand how it affects our functionality. Sure, it's hard to get through things sometimes, but if you love someone, Would you rather give up on them than help them fight through their daily struggle? Is that what we're about? Giving up on someone and putting them down because they're different or able or unable or just being with all they've got? Who says hi to the guy picking up paper bits off the floor and empty water bottles? Who says hi to the woman wiping off the tables or wheeling a mop into the bathroom? Who thanks the servers in our dining hall? Do they even exist in our eyes as more than their labor? These people are all around us, even though we don't even see them. Confession. Nobody knows that I joined the step team in high school because I did not want to be with my family. Confession. Nobody knows that I got a job on top of my IB curriculum because I was scared to be at home with my sister. Confession. Nobody knows that I cried from fear when my family almost got deported to Canada. Confession. Nobody knows that the nursing home is one of my favorite places. It is through my experiences that I now feel a sense of internal and external unity. I understand the people around me and myself. Thousands of individuals tread the UTD campus daily. Thousands of journeys, thousands of backgrounds, all collected here. I am not just the girl in the orange coat. I am the face and heart of diversity under my orange coat. Ask yourself, is having an abortion wrong if it means saving a child from a disastrous life? Aren't we just saving a child's life instead? Is it wrong that the mother has dreams of singing or dancing or going to med school? Is it wrong to hold your spouse's hand in public, even if they are the same gender as you? Is it wrong that I was born dark and will always be dark? Or that my roommate feels flawed and does not want to leave her room because all she sees in the mirror is a pile of fat? This is our reality, and we are not flawed. Diversity, 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 diversity. We're all equal, yet so beautifully different. But we share one similarity that will never change. Everyone has a story. I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm dark, I'm black, I'm white, I'm right, I'm wrong. I'm human. Thank you.
Thank you, Eshita, for sharing your creative experience and perspective on diversity. I know everyone in this room will echo in the fact that we're all inspired by your strength and your courage, so thank you again for sharing your story.